guys, it's Miss here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're doing an anti-haul. So let's get started. Obviously, I'm not in my YouTube area. Poor planning on my part, but we're still gonna make a video today. So let's get right into it. So this is my last anti-haul. You see in the title, this is my last one because I'm no longer doing these anymore. A, because I want to do the new makeup releases. Like, I think that's more interesting because I can talk about things that I don't necessarily want to buy, but I can appreciate, or things I like but I can't afford. Like, I want to talk about things like that instead of just doing anti-hauls. And plus, I'm trying to get rid of like those people who constantly like hate anti-hauls. Those are the only videos you see them comment under. So I'm trying to move on from that and just do the makeup releases every week. So this is my last anti-haul. Yeah, my niece's Easy Bake is right there. Don't judge the living room. First thing I have screenshotted that I'm not getting is the new Too Faced, whatever this is. I have no idea what this is, nor do I care. The reason I'm not buying it is because A, I don't find it nice looking. I think it's pretty ugly to me. I like the theme, like I get what they're going for, but it looks ugly to me. And the second reason I'm not buying it is because it's kind of stupid to have two of the same shades in one palette. Yes, I get that it's supposed to be like 1990s and then like, what is it, 1998 and then 2018. I get that, but the purple shade looks the same. So, I mean, obviously it's gonna be a quality difference, but it looks like I'm buying two of the same shades, you know? And it just looks weird. I don't like the layout. I don't like anything about it. It just looks, I would rather just came up with the Too Faced 2000 and you could have the other palette as an option. But like, to have both of them in a palette together seems like a cool concept, but not realistic for my collection. So that's why I'm not getting it, because it just seems, I don't want to buy two of the same shade in the same palette. Granted, it might be, the quality might be different, but like, it's the same color it looks like. And there's way too many shimmers. So like 3 strikes, I'm just done with this. Like, yeah. Next is like the biggest thing of the anti-haul that I'm not buying. It is the new Manny MUA Life's a Drag palette. Now, I'm gonna say this first. If I can get this on sale, I would buy it just to test out. If I can get it for like $28, I would buy it. But I think it'll be on sale probably like after the summertime or something maybe. I'll buy it then. But as of right now, I'm not buying it because it's just too expensive for what I'm looking at. So basically, okay, first of all, let's just talk about like the biggest problem I have with this palette is, you know, not all heroes wear capes, okay? You get what I'm saying? For example, that person that you see on other palettes or other companies who takes their time to align palettes so they can look appealing to the eye was not hired in the process of making Manny's MUA's palette. And I can see that. I like what he was going for. He says he had the neutrals on one side and then the colors on the other side. But like, it looks so stupid that way though, because it just looks like they don't belong in the same palette. And that's what I'm hating. Fades, basically, where it goes like white, then like a beige, and it goes like from light to dark. That's how I like my palettes to look, where I can say, okay, all the colors are going from light to dark, or I like for them to have all of the lighter colors together, darker colors together, colors that are the same together. This palette literally is like neutral side, color side. Like, I remember when I went to high school with this girl, and she would literally, I always felt like she would literally go in her closet, close her eyes, grab clothes, put them on her body, and wore them to school that day. This is how I felt this palette went. Like, I feel like Manny went to the lab, picked out colors that he liked, threw them in a palette and said, let's sell it, you know? And I feel like this palette is so weird to look at. It's just, So once we get past the look of the palette, the shades to me seem so fun. But for me, I would have rather, like, if this is my brand and it's not mine, but if I had a choice in this process in order for me to, you know, if it was my brand, I would cut this palette in half, okay? I would do Life's a Drag Part 1, Life of Drag's Volume 2, Volume 1, Volume 2. Take off those neutrals and have just Volume 1 with campy and all the fun colors. I would have that palette, and I would sell that palette for like, what, 22 bucks if Manny wanted to. You could sell it for $22 or whatever. That's the price that I would pay for it. And then I would take off that white, and I would take off that colors Hunty, because you really don't need it. And I would put Beat and Legendary, another palette with those same six shades, and sell it for another $22, okay? Take the brush out, put mirrors in both, and then have a bundle of, what, 40 bucks. And I would have bought it then, because I don't really need this neutral side. I had every single one of these colors doubled. So I only really needed the colorful side because that's something that I'm interested in. So if it was my palette, I would break it up into 2 parts, and because that's what it looks like. It feels like there's 2 different palettes put into one. Just that would make me want to buy it, because the only color that I really like is Fishy. I think that color is really fun. I like campy. I want to try another yellow out, because the yellow I have is from the Zulu palette, and that yellow is not pigmented to me. And I would like to have Pageant Queen. I like these colors in here. That's why I said I will only buy it if I can get it on sale, because I just like these 6 colors. I'm not going to pay a full $45 for a palette that only wants 6 colors. Also, the packaging looks awful, but that's not the reason I'm not buying it. It just looked really cheap. Like it looks large, but it also looks like it was made through AliExpress, and it just, I can't take when palettes come with brushes, because I always feel like I have a ton of brushes. It's not for me. Maybe a lot of people, I don't know, because I feel like if you are buying a palette, you should have some brushes, maybe? I don't know. Especially for $45. If you're buying a $45 palette, shouldn't a brush already be in your collection? Wouldn't a brush from like Elf be like $3? Wouldn't that be something that you already invest in? You're gonna already invest in a $45 palette? I don't know. That's just my logic, because I already have a ton of brushes that I got from AliExpress for like the cheap. So like, I don't need a brush in here. He could took that off and gave it to me for cheaper. The mirror with that, I hate mirrors with that little thing around it. Why? Okay, I don't need that. I want to put my eyeshadow on. I want to be able to see my eyeshadow. I don't care about that little, I hate that. Just give me a basic mirror. So hopefully he'll take some advice from this palette and change in the future. It's his first one, so it'll probably sell out and it'll probably, do fine or whatever. But I'll only get it if I can get it on sale. Okay, I think I'm gonna wait on this, but right now I'm not buying it. But if I can get it on sale for like $28, because that's personally what I feel like it's worth to me in my collection, because the fun colors in here do look, they'll be worth it. I saw Raw Beauty Christy use this palette, and I thought the colorful ones look really pigmented. And I feel like this palette is only worth $28 for the shades that I want, because I'm not gonna use those other neutrals. If I had it, I'll use it, but like, I just feel like it's not worth it. I feel like I could also get those same colors in the BH Cosmetics Festival palette, and I passed on that. So if anything, I'll just go back and get the Festival palette, because those have the same colors as the Manny palette. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that instead of buying the Manny one. That makes more sense to me, because that palette had all of those fun festival colors, and it makes more sense because it's all a festival palette in there. So, I mean, if I want some fun colors, I'll get that. But I feel like I'm in a fun color mood now. Like, I'm in a mood where I like to do like really colorful looks, but I might not be in that same mood 3 months from now, So I think I'm gonna try to invest in a cheaper colorful palette than Manny's palette. I think that one's like, what, 15 bucks? I just rambled all over that, so I'm gonna move on now because I'm tired of talking. Next thing I'm not getting is the Beauty Blender in blue. Next, Kylie came out with some new lip kits that look all the same, so skip. I think I want to talk about to you guys that I'm not buying, but the reason I'm not buying it is because of, I'll explain to you. I'm not getting the new MAC Aaliyah collection because I feel the same way I felt about the Selena collection. I felt like I don't want to buy it because A, I'm not that big of a fan of Aaliyah, and me buying it to test out for YouTube and never use again, it's taking up a item or a product or a piece of whatever you want to call it, like taking up space for somebody who's a dear fan of her, who supported everything she's done and who is like a diehard fan. I'm not, so I can live without this. I'd rather just not spend my money on it and not waste space and time. Waste space and product, and it sells out or whatever when it can go to somebody who really is a Aaliyah fan and wants this. So the reason I'm not buying it is because I'm gonna leave this to somebody who's a real Aaliyah fan, because I just don't need it. And I just don't want to be like, oh, I have it, I don't really like it, and talk bad about it, because it's not for, I feel like with collabs like this is why I don't like to buy them, is that they're not for the actual product. They're for that connection to her fans. I think her fan was a part of this as well, so it's kind of a connection from Aaliyah to her fans, or her legacy to her fans, and I'm not a big fan, so some sense of me wasting my time buying it, having it, might never use it again, when it's really only for her fans and not for somebody like me who just buys makeup because I like makeup. It's not for me. So I'm not gonna buy it because I just don't need to, I don't need to buy this. It's not made for me, okay? It's made for people who really, really love Aaliyah and want to support anything that they come out with her name on it. So yeah. Next thing I'm not getting is something that I thought was weird when I first saw it. It was the new Morphe lipsticks. I thought it was a collab. People were saying it's a collab with Nikita Dragon or Dragon, whatever. It's not a collab. She's just the face of the product, and I felt that way already. I think she was just like the face. When it first came out, they looked like they were all the same shades of red. It's been shown that they're different like undertones of red, but they look like the same shades of red. Now for me, I don't wear red lipstick. You hardly ever see me wear red lipstick, so that was already a strike against this. And B, I would have loved to try them. They're $9. That's all my price range. But they're all shades of red. Like it's not my company, so I guess I get while they're doing red. But like, why not do like ColourPop, for example, and just do all kind of different fun colors? Like do nudes, pinks, reds, all of them, instead of just doing the first launch of reds. Maybe they're just doing that to test the quality, dip their feet in the market, see if people are interested in the lipsticks. But I'm not buying it because it's just, I don't buy red lipstick. I have red lipsticks, but I don't ever wear them, you know? So, okay, so I think that's it. Oh no, it has Patrick. So Patrick Starrr coming out with a new collab with MAC. Now I remember them saying this. Like I thought it was like, they said they had like a 3-part or a 5-part, whatever part they had collab, where it's gonna be like each season. So we had holiday, we had spring, and now we have summer. I get it, like I truly get it, but I am kind of tired of it. And I really like the spring collection a lot, but only like certain parts of it, and sold as a kit. This is also sold as a kit, and none of it appeals to me at all. Like not the gloss, not the palette, not the bronzer. If they did not have this plan, like this 5-deal or 3-deal collab, I would definitely say they're milking him, because I know a lot of people buy this stuff just for his name on it. I already heard they were gonna do the extra part, whatever, collab, but now I'm kind of like, dang, haven't we been here a minute? Like we can go to somebody else now, you know? Like, I don't know, I'm just kind of over the Patrick Starrr collab thing. This one just didn't excite me at all. The spring one was way more interesting than this one is. It's a bronzer, a highlighter, 2 glosses, and eyeshadow palette. I think it's sold for like $49. I don't. So yeah, that's it. This is my last, like I said, this is my last anti-haul. I'll be doing more of the makeup releases. So yeah, that's it. Bye. Next, this is like the biggest thing next is wow. So next, okay, no, I don't like that. Like that at all. So the first palette, so this next palette we're gonna spend a lot of time talking about, because okay, I'm not getting it. The reason I'm not the campy side, I mean because I don't like these. Okay, I'm done talking. Like it looks like I seen I saw Raw Beauty Quisty. So it can go. I need you to knot my hair. Also, so this is, if I got Thursday, I actually did recreate that look that I did in my anti-haul on last Tuesday before last, two Tuesdays ago. It's that purple look I did with the magic palette. I did recreate it. I did some things different. I felt like the recreation looks better than the first one because I kind of was light-handed. I knew where I was going. I did the first time, I kind of just went in my eye and just was trying to have it cleaned up later. This time I kind of knew where I wanted to go, so it was easier for me to make it look a little bit better than the way it looked like before. It looks a little different than the look because I knew where I was going and I made it look a little bit better. So that'll be up Thursday, hopefully. It's done editing. It needs to be uploaded and scheduled, but it's done editing and things like that. So that video will be up. You like my setup, you guys? I thought it was, what's the word, like old school YouTube, where you just sit on the floor in your area and film with just this. I'm using, let me show you, I'll show you guys in a second. I'm using just this big light right here. I don't have any lights. I don't have any, nothing. Just me and my camera on the floor. Let me show you the light that I'm using. That's the light that I'm using, just the regular sunlight. that I had to use to film today's video. You said that the whole time?
Yeah.
While I talked?
Yep.
And you heard me fumble all over my words?
Yep. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to say yep.
Yeah. I felt like I rambled this whole video. Because I'm not prepared. I didn't have nothing set up.